if it's alright. I wanna kick it with you all night, all night. Have a good time. Ain't gotta worry, cause it's alright, it's alright. All night, all night, all night, baby. Don't be shy, don't be shy, don't be shy, baby. All night and all night, ain't gotta worry, cause it's alright, it's alright.
So, we took our first cruise.
Yeah.
Well, first cruise for the kids. So normally Mom gets really sick on cruise ships, but St. Petersburg was at the top of my bucket list to go see. When I started looking at going to Russia as U.S. citizens, you have to pre-apply and get approved for a tourist visa. And when I was looking at this, it was very expensive, and I just happened to find that you can take a cruise visa-free to Russia, and you can stay up to 72 hours, and then you have to leave by cruise. Now, I get very, very seasick on all boats. I mean, I love to scuba dive. Every time I go scuba diving, I get super seasick, but I do it anyway for the experience, right? So we took a cruise from Helsinki, Finland, straight to St. Petersburg. It was a 14-hour overnight cruise, so I didn't think it was going to be too bad since we would be sleeping for the most part. We took the cruise line called St. Peter Line, which is the only cruise line that you get to park at the port and actually stay in St. Petersburg at a hotel. The other cruise lines that are allowed to go, every day you must return to the ship and sleep on the ship. But St. Peter's Line has a special exemption to. So St. Peter Line passengers get a little boarding and departure card that allows them to stay the 2 evenings in St. Petersburg in a hotel. So we picked the hotel Asteria, and it was a really nice 3-star hotel. You won't even believe the price. It was $48 a night, and a normal 3-star hotel is okay. It's clean, you know, has the basics, but really this room was so elegant, and to me it really seemed more like a 5-star. It wasn't rated a 5-star because it didn't have all of the amenities as a 5-star hotel does, but it was an incredible room. We had a room, it had a bedroom, a separate living room for Preston to sleep in, and we overlooked the Fontanka River, I think is how you say it. A beautiful view. You could see from afar the Troitsky Cathedral, which is this amazing cathedral that has 3 large blue domes with gold stars all over it. It's just surreal to see.
It's okay. Everybody gonna say what they wanna say. Players gonna play when they wanna play. Long lay, on lay for a night like Luther Vandross ride. No way, daddy bass hat, don't skip no days. Either, meet her, greet her, treat her like a queen, then I give it.
We went one day after it had been pouring raining to go see it, but we only had 72 hours there, so we wanted to get out and see as much as possible because who knows when the next time we're going to go back to Russia is. So we were just out and about every single day we were there. We went to the Palace Square. In the Palace Square, there is the Hermitage Museum.
May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest. May you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it.
Another day we went to the Church of the Savior on Blood, which is the most incredible church I have ever seen in my life. We've seen some pretty fantastic cathedrals already, but by far St. Petersburg has the most ornate, beautiful churches I've ever seen in the entire world.
stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one.
We went to St. Isaac's Cathedral, and we bought tickets to go inside. It's always hard with the kids. Penelope was really acting up. It was freezing cold, raining, super windy, and so the kids were really having a hard time in Russia, wanting to go out and do anything. And when we were going out, they were kind of grumpy. So when we went to St. Isaac's Cathedral, we weren't able to stay but 10 minutes because Penelope was literally screaming inside the church, which is a very quiet place to be. But the pictures I have are just, they don't do it justice. Like, there is so much gold inside that church. It's unbelievable. And then you can go up to the top of St. Isaac's Cathedral. You can go up some winding stairs again, and it brings you out to a 360-degree viewing deck. And it was crazy up there. It was freezing cold. It was even colder up there because the wind, you're so high up, there's no buildings to block the wind. But what a view. You can see everything. You could see the Troitsky Cathedral that we had been to. You could see the Palace Square. It was fantastic.
Love you as you are, but I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
Another thing that we saw that was right around the corner from our hotel was the Nevsky Prospect, which is a monastery. Super beautiful buildings all around. St. Petersburg is just so beautiful. What else? We went to St. Michael's Castle, when you walk through the gate of St. Michael's Castle, there's a museum you can go to, which we did not go, but in the courtyard of the castle, they had an art exhibit going on that was, right in the front was the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and then all behind it were sculptures. These were like sheets of metal sculptures that were representative of the end of times, and it was very, very religious and just super spiritual to see that. I think that's all we did. It was super packed. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our cruise. So we rode St. Peter's Line on the way over, and there's like some pretty basic rooms that you can get, which have 4 beds in them, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and no bathroom or anything. But we knew that wasn't going to work with Penelope because she always has to be in a separate room from us. If she sees us, she just doesn't sleep. So we got the deluxe room, which had its own bathroom, and it was okay. As soon as the ship started moving, I got super sick and I just laid down and went to sleep. Thankfully, I was able to sleep, and so we woke up the next morning and we were in Russia and got off the boat. Everything was okay. Then on the way back, they had a suite room, which was much more expensive, but totally worth it. So in the suite room, it had a bedroom, a separate living room, 2 bathrooms, and the best part of all is you were right at the front of the ship. So normally in cruise ships, you're on the side, facing out of the side of the ship, but we were literally at the front, facing the front of the boat, so we could see where we were going at all times, and that really helped me with the seasickness. I was able to stay up for a while with Preston. We bought this awesome Lego set that was a replica of the ship that we were actually on. Eventually, when we got pretty far out into out of the bay, the boat started rocking pretty bad, so I had to go lay down and woke up and we were back in Finland. So then from Finland, we were only going to stay a day, and we are off to our next country, and we have been in the freezing cold now for quite a while, starting when we went to Estonia, and then Finland, and then Russia. But now we are heading back to some warm tropical weather. So we're all super excited to pack our winter gear up and get our bathing suits back out. So stay tuned, pictures to come.
Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got free pass.